Hey guys, how are you doing? It's Marla and I am coming through the computer at you today. No, but really, this is going to be my impressions of a lipstick that I recently picked up, or a couple lipsticks that I recently picked up. So I thought maybe I should just get a little bit closer to the screen. Hopefully I'm not scaring anybody out there. It is super gloomy, doom and gloom outside. And I'm waiting for a major cold front to come through here. So hopefully my screen and lighting aren't horrible, but I'm not getting the normal sunlight that I have coming through my window. So hopefully I don't look really like jaunty yellow. But I'm gonna do this review anyway, or I hate to call this kind of a review. I almost wanna call this my impressions of a product, because it really is my impressions, because what I like, you may not like, but I'm just gonna kind of tell you about a product that I recently picked up that I like, as long as I wear it kind of with little added things added to it, and I'll explain that. So let me get started. The products that I recently picked up were from Revlon, and they are the Revlon ColorStay Ultimate Suede lipsticks. Now, I am a huge fan of the lip butters. I have several of the lip butters. I really like them. I like the colors. I like the way they go on. The only problem is sometimes the lip butters, I call them, get a little melty. Maybe it's because I live in the South and it's usually warm down here, but after a while they just almost kind of disintegrate a little bit and kind of just get really kind of thick and clumpy and just like melty. That's just the best way to describe lip butters. But I thought I would try these because I liked some of the colors that I saw when I was out, and what I picked up was I picked up women's wear, which is number 010. I picked up private viewing, which is number 090. I picked up front row, which is 020. And I picked up high heels, which is 030. Now, I am a pink girl. I like pink. And even though some pinks may not go perfectly with my skin coloring, I just like pink. A lot of times I'll try a little darker colors. I look in the mirror, I hate them. I go back to pink. So I just decided I might as well just stick with pink. I'm gonna do some swatches of these first, and then I'm gonna kind of tell you the way they're advertised and marketed, some of the pros and cons, and how I use these, and I think make the best out of them, or make the most out of this lipstick. So let me just get started with doing the swatches. Okay, the first shade I'm going to show you is Private Viewing. It's a very kind of champagne-y light shade, and I usually wear this just as a highlighter in the middle of my lips. If I put this all over my lips, I kind of look like death, like a corpse, and I don't like that. But in the middle of my lips, just as a little bit of a highlighter, it's really pretty. That's what it looks like in the tube. I'm going to show you swatches of these also. And again, these are marketed as being soft and velvety. They have shea butter in them and aloe. They're supposed to be what's called food proof, which I guess means like you can eat and you're starting to have lipstick on your mouth after you eat. But I'm sorry, I do not like eating with lipstick on my mouth, because that means I end up swallowing lipstick in the food. And that just totally, I have a thing about that. That's just totally gross. I just have to wipe my lipstick off before I eat. So the food proof benefit of these just kind of doesn't do anything for me. I just kind of take it with me and reapply it. That's just the way it goes. The next one is the shade Front Row, and you can actually see a little bit of the problem with this lipstick is same thing with the lip butters. They're very melty, and you can see how just a little bit, see the tip of that, how it's kind of already gotten squished and out of shape. I don't know if you can see that. See right there? That's the problem with these. They're almost so velvety and moisturizing that they kind of don't hold their shape like my Dior lipstick does. But this is the shade of the, what was this one? Front Row. And I'm gonna do a swatch. I have a swatch on my wrist. You can see down there. I'll show you those also. So that's Front Row. And the next one is probably my favorite. It's High Heels. And again, you can see how the tip of it's gotten a little mushy already. But it's a very pretty pink shade. That's High Heels. And then finally, the last shade. These are all pink, aren't they? Just the way it is. The last shade is women's wear. And again, you can see how the top of it's gotten mushed already. These are brand new, one application. And I really don't like the shape of these either, because it's really hard to apply these precisely. I kind of like an old-time lipstick shape. I just don't like the shape of these. Very hard to apply to the bow of my mouth. It just kind of makes a mess. So that's that shade right there. And then I'm going to actually show you on my wrist the very, very lightest shade, this one right here. That was the private viewing. Let me look like a real instructor and use a pen to point to things. That's the private viewing. The second one right there, that shade, the pinky shade right there, that was front row. My dog is sneezing. That was crazy. This one right here, that's high heels, a little bit darker shade of pink. And then the very, very last one there is the women's wear. And then what I'll do is I'll actually put all these up kind of together so you can kind of really get a good look at them too. So that's a comparison. I don't know if you can see that. It's really kind of hard because I can't see what I'm doing. But that's kind of a comparison of the three. And I'm going to be quiet right now. And then I'm going to do a voice overlay and tell you the order that these go in from left to right. The lipstick next to my thumb is women's wear. The one in the middle is high heels. And the last one is front row. All right, my impressions of these lipsticks. I really like these lipsticks, but only if I wear them in a certain way. I like the colors because I do like pink. They come in 20 shades, I believe, which is kind of nice. So there's so many different shades to choose from. The thing I don't like about them is kind of the messiness of them and the way they kind of just crumple and mush. I guess that's the best way to describe it. They don't kind of hold their form the way my more expensive lipsticks do, or even my Rimmel lipsticks. I mean, those aren't super expensive. These are just kind of very soft, and maybe that's because of the shea butter. If I use these, the only way I like them is I don't like them alone. I have found that if I put these on without anything on top of them, like a gloss, to me, they kind of have that sticky kind of drying feeling that I don't like on my lips. I just don't think they go on really smoothly, and sometimes I'll see little areas where there's more of the lipstick in one spot and just kind of not evenly applied all over my lips. The way I love these is, and like I said, my favorite color probably of all these I've shown you is the high heels. I put the high heels on my lips first, and then on top of the high heels, kind of as a moisturizer and kind of just to make sure everything looks evenly distributed. And what I have on right now, I put on my Bobbi Brown Pink Oyster Lip Gloss from the Caviar, I think it was from the Caviar and Oyster collection, but any type of gloss, pinky-like lip gloss, I think would work. But that's the way I like it. And then it is very long-lasting this way. It is very moisturizing. It doesn't feel drying on me, but I have to put the gloss on. If I don't like the texture of these on my lips alone. So that was my impressions of the Revlon lipsticks. There's going to be a photo just at the end of the swatches that I did on my wrist, and maybe you could see them a little bit better in the photo. And I hope you guys have a good day. It's about to rain here, so I'm just going to probably just get a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and just relax for a little bit this morning, and then maybe go out and do some errands. Hope everybody has a wonderful week, and I will see you guys soon. Bye-bye. The champagne color on the very left is private viewing. The second one from the left is front row. The third one from the left is high heels, and the one on the very right of your screen is women's wear.